morning. Unfortunately, it is another rainy day and I am out exploring. Well, it's fortunate I'm out exploring. It's unfortunate that it's raining. But it's drizzling a little bit here and there, and then sometimes it gets a little heavier and it's a little windy, but that doesn't stop me from going out and seeing the city. Today I'm gonna hit up some churches. I want to do as many of the indoor things as possible just because of the weather, right? So this is a perfect time to do it. And then the outdoor things, of course, you want to see it on a really nice day. That's when you get the nice pictures and, you know, the best lighting so that you can see the place in all its glory. Okay, so I'm on, I think, you know where that monument is? Victor Zizkov Hill. And I'm just going down it, and it's really, really steep. But pretty nice views from up here, as you can see. Not bad. And that red kind of brick building over there, that's where I'm headed to. Okay, I made it all the way down the hill. Lots of steep steps, and some of those steps are pretty loose, honestly. Some train tracks over here. It's kind of interesting. Oh, yes, people, you can go down here and see the tracks. Pretty dangerous. Let's see. And then we keep going down. Great. It's kind of sketch, but we gotta get across, so let's go. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. Just basically wandering and kind of walking through these areas where it's just like, you know, I don't even know, like local areas where it's not really like touristy, so nothing's really going on. It's just your day in the life and a normal areas. So yeah, this is always interesting when exploring a new place. Sure, you want to go to touristy areas, but sometimes it's good to just wander around, walk around, and see how life is just normally, you know? Because the thing with touristy places is, we talk about performing nationhood in terms of, you know, what is a place about, right? What is the Czech Republic about? And, you know, each place, even Canada, like, you know, what is Toronto about, right? Like, what do you think about when you go to Toronto? You see the landmarks and everything, and that's the kind of image that people form. They use the landmarks and those touristy places to kind of form an image of your actual place. But, you know, in reality, what is the place actually like, right? And that you only get that through walking through these streets, just like these normal residential streets over here. So it's definitely an interesting dynamic, like difference between the two to see. Like, look at that. These houses look pretty nice. I wouldn't have seen that if I had just stick to the tourist areas. Okay, we have arrived. Here is Invalidovna. It is a Baroque style building or complex that was used as a military archive and museum. And honestly, it looks pretty abandoned right now. It looks a little decrepit with the, I don't know, the kind of fading the building paint and everything. And it's actually not open today, but you can go in. I forget the exact price. There's an admission fee for this place, but that would be cool to maybe come another day and see this place, because it is quite a big complex, as you saw from when I was up the hill. I was, you know, showing you that this is this red building I was gonna go to. I just found out that tours are only open to guided tours, actually. And so you gotta book in advance in order to get a tour. And it costs you around 130 to 190 Czech crowns. This is a cool building, look at that. You got a figure trying to reach the top of the building. It's cool. And over there, it's like a hand holding up this place. Very cool architecture. There it is, Karlin Zapad. We're gonna go take a look. Go inside. Looks like a huge church. One of the biggest in Prague. Okay, so back in this square area, we got the municipal house behind me, and we're just headed towards, the Church of Our Lady Tin, because it's open from 3 to 5. So I got some time. I wanted to see that. The other church was absolutely beautiful. That other church I just saw, it was, wow, it was so peaceful. It was such a holy experience, being in there. And yeah, barely anyone was there, and I just went in there. I looked around. The murals were so beautiful. All the detail. Again, I always mention the detail with these things, but it really is the detail that really makes it so beautiful and magnificent. And I just kind of sat in there for a bit, took in the whole place. It was great. So now let's see this other church, and yeah, I guess we're just seeing a lot of churches today. And I guess a lot of churches overall in this trip. So that was the Church of Our Lady before Tin. It's a very nice looking church. I went through it. Unfortunately, there's no photography, so I couldn't get you any video of the inside, but I'm sure you can search that up. Very beautiful church. Definitely do recommend. I did like the previous church better than that, but I think that's just personal preference. This is, I think, the Prague National Gallery, I think. Yeah, and yeah, it's right in front of the Jan Hus monument, so I'm definitely gonna remember this area. Because it was raining a little bit, and I just, ducked in there for a second. Now it stopped, and let's keep going. So I'm now headed to the moat of Prague Castle, where the tunnel is. So you have to go through this trail. This place is honestly kind of obscure and hard to find. As you can see by these trails right here, they're, not all paved exactly, and kind of weird placed. So a rainy day is probably not the best time to come see this place. I'm not really sure where to go. There's this trail here, and there's this gate here to go, and I came from this trail over here. So don't really want to walk on all this mud, so maybe I'll just slip into this gate over here and see if we can find this tunnel that everyone talks so much about. So I went up that trail and it led me back to Prague Castle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna walk into Prague Castle, across the bridge, back down under into the moat and see how that is. So here's the castle moat and we're gonna be headed down there. We just came from the castle doors right here. There's that like bridge, and if we follow this trail down, we should be able to get there. So we've made it finally to the tunnel. Oh my god, I've been trying to come here for so long. I've been trying to find this place. It's not easy to find, and evidently there isn't many people here because, well, there's actually no one at all because it's hard to find. So it's a very underrated spot, I guess. And let's take a look, take some pictures, and finally, yeah, so happy. This place actually does close though. So I think it closes at like 6. So I'm gonna have 30 minutes. And then, yeah. This is a very cool tunnel. It's very, very echoey in here. And yeah, just very unique design. I've never seen anything like it before. From what I heard, this used to be the castle's moat, and now it is, you know, just a walking path. Okay, so this is not good. If you look at the sky, it looks like a storm is about to come in. And I hear thunder rumbling and everything. So I better find a place to hide before it starts raining. Oh no, it's already started. Yeah, I think it started. Okay, all right, let's find it somewhere. Okay, so I made it to the church of Saint Jana, and yeah, it is starting to rain. The winds are picking up. You hear bells. Oh no. You hear thunder too. Oh, and it's so windy that I can't even use an umbrella, so I have to kind of hide. I'm kind of hiding under this area. I don't know if this is enough space to hide, but we'll see. Oh my god, what the hell is happening? This is very important. Sometimes you're just exploring, and sometimes weather just happens, I guess. There's nothing you can do about this. Yep, here it is. It's picking up. You can hear it. Great. Just great. Very fun. So here is the main station in Prague. Prague's version of Central Station or Union Station. And looks like a huge station, so let's go inside and take a look. This is pretty huge. Looks more like a little bit like an airport compared to a station. Okay, now this is the proper view of Central Station. I've made it into the historical part of the station, as you can see. It's very, very nice. And to get here is kind of confusing, actually. I had to like go through, I mean, where I was, the more modern part of the station, go underground, walk up the escalators, like, you know, towards this historical part. You have to go underground in order to enter here, because there's a road that separates the two parts, like right out here, and there's no pedestrian signal, so you have to go underground to access it. Actually, very beautiful. And then through there, behind me, is the entrance to the train station where all the trains are. So I'm gonna go see that. That's gonna look nice. So here we are inside the area of the train station. It's a very nice looking station, like the ones you kind of see in a lot of those movies. Kind of reminds me of, you know, in those movies where they're running and then they're like saying like farewell, and it's usually in some kind of train station like this. So that's really cool. This is a European train station. Very beautiful architectural designs with these big arches and like lots of natural light coming in. Lots of people hurrying to catch their trains.